After what was a very rough beginning to the year for many of them, many of these small cap biotech stocks have been surging lately. Could this be the hot trade for the year ahead? Welcome to Trading Nation. I am Brian Sullivan. We're joined by Wald of Oppenheimer and Kevin Caron of Stifel. Nicolaus, Kevin, a small cap biotech. Your thoughts? Risky, but is there enough return possibility here to make the risk worth it?
Well, it would depend upon your time horizon, I guess, but I can understand why it's rallying into year end. Think about where we are. We're in a rally that's been very virulent, especially after the election, and you've got a lot of managers looking to play catch up, particularly in high beta things and things that are focused right here in the United States. And so when you talk about small cap, you're right here in the United States. When you think about healthcare, it's an embraceable kind of sector. And when you think about biotech and specifically, that's clearly a risk-on play. So if you're looking to play catch-up as a trader, that might be a place to funnel some capital, particularly as we go into the end of the year. But I don't know that that's a trade that you can extrapolate out into 2017.
So you're using the T word, trade. So would you view that as a trade rather than an investment? Because our viewers know those are different things.
Yeah, I've typically found that that biotech is a very good proxy for sentiment in many markets. So to the extent that you have a risk-on environment and you want to add beta to the portfolio or add risk to the portfolio, grabbing for some biotech is typically one of the go-to trades. And small caps have been obviously very strong here. So owning biotechs that have a local focus makes a lot of sense, particularly for a manager who might have been lagging behind the indices since the middle part of the year.
Okay, all right, Wald, take out the emotion, do the charts for us. Any value here in these biotech names?
Yeah, we do see some value, and I think that's really the key word here. That here's a group how we see it, more beaten up, and that haven't participated. Less so of a near-term trade, more so long-term opportunity. The group's been one of the worst performing industries of the year, down 9% since their initial post-election drop. So actually setting up to be one of our more attractive contrarian bets as we look out into 2017. And I brought two charts with me. The first one, I wanted to show that there is some diverging participation really developing underneath the surface within the biotech industry. The chart top panel is the equal-weighted biotech ETF, ticker XBI, relative to the market. The bottom panel is the cap-weighted version, ticker IBB, relative to the market. You can see more or less they've traded together over past few years. Some subtle differences here and there, but now we're starting to see those differences really start to play out. The XBI making higher relative lows through the course of the year. IBB, the cap-weighted, actually coming off a new multi-year relative low. So what this indicates is that there is relative strength starting to show up in more of the smaller cap names. It indicates we'd rather play the equal-weighted ETF, ticker XBI. That's what we chart next. And we can see from the trading basis, it's sold off over the last few weeks. It's down 9% since its initial November pop. But now it's coming to a lot of a confluence of support around $59. You have the post-election gap here. You have an important retracement level here. You have the rising 200-day moving average here. So I think as long as XBI is above $59, you can measure your risk this way. I think you can be long above 59. I think the long-term recovery is in place as long as that 59 is intact.
We're watching 59 then. All right, Wald, thank you very much. Kevin, we appreciate your fundamental insight as well. That's why we do it this way, guys. Thank you. Folks, thank you for tuning in to Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.